Okay, wait. So I called Felicia this morning, and the first words out of her mouth were, "Are you recording?" And I said, "No, Mom, we're not recording, but we will be later today." Okay, good. Just as long as you're not recording. And I said, Casey wanted me to give you the heads up.
Of course, we don't want to make her feel uncomfortable.
That's your cold open.
I don't think that's a cold open.
Yeah, me just being like, Felicia was like, "Are you recording?" Ha, Felicia, ha, Felicia.
Welcome to Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia, hi Felicia.
Anyway, Casey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, baby. We made it. It's 2026.
Very excited for 2026.
It's January 2nd for those listening, maybe a day or two, whenever Casey has time to edit this and we get this out.
As soon as you say the date, now there's pressure to get it
Okay,
out.
but I will say this.
Fixing that in post.
You killed it on Christmas Eve. You got it out Christmas morning, which was epic.
I know, because we talked about Christmas like crazy.
I thought that was really
let me tell you,
great.
I don't give a shit about Christmas by December 26th.
I know, so can we take down our fucking tree?
I'm totally going to take down the tree.
When?
One year, we were waiting in this stupid long line to go look at the Christmas lights at Jones Beach. And Marni says, if we just go after Christmas, the lines will be so much shorter. I said, I don't give a shit about Christmas after Christmas.
I didn't know that. I, in my Jewish mind, thought it's just like that break. The whole break is Christmas and New
Normally,
Year's.
I'm all about dodging a crowd, but I do not care.
Did we wait,
I love
or did
Christmas
we
more
leave?
than anybody. I love Christmas, but as soon as the holiday's over,
Didn't we
I'm
leave?
ready. Let's take the tree down.
We left Jones Beach. We
did
left that
leave
line.
Jones Beach. And let me tell you, I was so goddamn busy this holiday season. I didn't put a single light outside of our house. I felt really bad about it till after Christmas, and I'm so relieved that I don't have to climb on the front of my house and take anything down. Post-mortem.
You need to sign up now, and let's pay somebody to put them up and take them down.
I don't think you realize how expensive that is.
I do.
It's an amazing service because they show up, they put them up, and then they store them for you the whole year.
Oh, so it's like storing eggs. I don't need to pay for a service to store shit for us during the year.
I think actually that's one of the biggest
So
selling
why don't you
points.
price it out?
I'm thinking it's like probably $1,500 or something crazy. Like it's not like...
Lennon is like, why are we the only house without lights?
Well...
It would be minimal. Like no red, no green, just white.
You know what's the easiest thing to do that I don't have to climb or nail anything in?
Just throw those nets on.
Laser light show. Laser light show.
Listen, we're talking about Christmas and Christmas is over. Let's move the F on.
This is an evergreen podcast. We should be able to drop this at any point.
Beyond not evergreen.
This is the least evergreen podcast.
So yes,
anyway.
You were really busy.
Very busy.
Me and Lennon went to Michigan. We had a really great time. Shout out Dr. Emily and your family. It was a really great trip. It was cold AF, just as cold as it is in New York. But why do we go? To get Lennon out of town and to do something different. And I just literally ate and worked out the entire time. So it was a lot of fun. Lennon played some pickleball. We went to like a pub. He played pool. It was great. It was just like a quick trip. And I feel like now I'm back and I'm recovered. And I'm gearing up for like a very, very big month of travel.
Do you feel like even though it's technically the new year, it doesn't really start until Monday?
Jared Freed, a comedian that I know a lot of people here follow. It was really funny. He's like, anybody that's starting eating like their eggs and their egg whites like today, no. You start that shit on Monday. Like New Year's starts Monday.
I had all of my intentions set weeks ago, and I started everything then.
Are you talking about like resolutions shit?
I don't do resolutions.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of resolutions either.
I had some rearrangements.
But it's literally how the podcast started.
Well, right. This was the product of a New Year's resolution 2 years ago. But like all the things I've been adjusting, I started this weeks ago. So I hit the new year with momentum. If I'm doing all my regular shit up until January 1st, it's not going to stick.
I agree. You're a yoga teacher now. You really have to have, your shit together.
I thought hairstyles were fucked up. And then I met some yoga teachers and I'm like...
Think about any fitness person, a trainer, a fitness instructor. No, it's like
no offense.
They're a model of like somebody. You're like little famous in this community, in the class. Everybody knows who you are. Thanks for giving me a shout out today.
No. Here's the thing. I do think.
Did you hear what I said?
Oh, you're welcome. I gave her a shout out because I played her playlist, and I said, if you don't like it, you can email her.
And everyone laughed. And I don't even know if people knew who I was in your class. Like people need to know.
What I'm thinking is there's certain professions, right? And I'm not like, this is not me. I'm going to sound stupid, but I think I'm kind of the exception to this rule. There's certain professions that people are drawn to because they are insecure about the thing they're trying to fix, right?
Are you Are you saying something bad about fitness instructors?
I'm saying this about hairstylists. I think a lot of them are physically insecure. So
are you literally calling yourself out and saying that you're just insecure about everything?
I literally just said I am the exception to what I'm about to say. So no, I am not calling myself out. I'm saying it's been my observation being in several industries where
you're like waiting on people. Like you're a little bit both are customer service.
That's all I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
I worked in restaurants before that. I worked in a video store, which was hands down the greatest job I've ever had in my life, was working in a video store in the late 90s.
So you're always working for people. You're always working for people.
I'm always been in customer service my entire life. But I'm just saying that those particular industries, and honestly, I do believe this is the same thing with not all, I'm not saying this about everybody, but I do think it's kind of the case with therapists. I think a lot of therapists are kind of fucked up people that went into that to fix themselves as well as other people. Because I think sometimes it's easier to like fix other people's shit than pay attention to your own, or you're subconsciously looking for tips and tricks to fix your own shit. And I do think that's sometimes the case with fitness industry. It's definitely the case with hairstylists. There's some weird fucking fucked up hairstylists I've met in the last 25 years. But
it's funny when I listen to that Soul Cycle podcast, a lot of them were like recovering addicts because it's like you replace one addiction with another type of thing. You didn't feel any of that?
I don't know about replacement. I would say maybe if you're gonna like pick that apart, that probably has more to do with just obsessive personalities, more than just like replacing an addiction, because people, tend to be a little more obsessive with that mindset.
Well, do you want to tell everybody what you have coming up this week that you're very upset about? But just think about the TV show.
I have jury duty next week, and the conundrum here. There's a word for this. It's like a double-edged sword. On the one hand,
he does love jury duty.
I am the world's greatest juror. I am completely impartial. I can look at any situation and go, this guy didn't do it. Prove to me he did. That I know the rules. I know how to be a juror. I am a great fucking juror.
You were a juror once, correct?
Yes, but I think I've told the story before.
You have.
But I'll give you the Reader's Digest. It was an assault with a deadly weapons, attempted murder case. I was on there for 2 weeks. It was
while we were living in LA.
It was fascinating.
Side note, Casey wore a baseball hat, and the judge said to him, "You cannot wear this in court."
I don't buy this whole. Let me back up. I don't buy this whole bullshit of you have to respect the court. I am doing you a favor by being here. I will be as comfortable as possible. I'll show up in my goddamn pajamas.
The next day,
I am not getting paid. I am doing you a favor.
The next day, it was a little obnoxious of you. Casey was like, "I'm not going to wear a hat. I'm going to wear a goddamn suit."
I did. Fuck them.
And did they get a laugh, or was it just like fucking obnoxious?
My fellow jurors thought it was funny.
You ever keep in touch?
The court clerk. No, but you know what? So keep in mind, this was during the days of Lost, the TV show Lost. And what's so random is of all the jurors, I ran into like half of them in random places, and neither of us had acknowledged where we knew each other from. And it felt like one of those. Remember in the show Lost? Everybody had a connection somehow.
What do you mean? Like you saw them in previous
I would see
things?
somebody at the gym. I'm like, where do I know that guy from? Yeah.
Oh, but you realized you saw them in the jury, and
we were fellow jurors.
Why didn't say hi? Nobody said hi?
No, I saw because when you're in a jury, you're not supposed to discuss the case. You only really talk to these people in that room after the whole thing. So it's not like you're bonding with these people. Only during the deliberation you're talking to them. Otherwise, these are complete strangers sitting on either side of you for 2 weeks, having this insane experience of deciding the fate of another man's freedom.
Well, it's lucky for me, I have enough autoimmune disease to get off of jury duty. So I only went once in New York City, I remember. And
I'm going to borrow one of those autoimmune diseases.
So you called tonight and you have to report.
It's official.
You're standby.
I'm on stand. Well, no, standby.
According
I'm not standby anymore. Now this pulled me off the standby list.
Because you called?
No, I just was selected to be pulled off the standby list.
Casey is talking to ChatGPT, of course, about what he should do. And they told him to just be honest and say you own your own business, you're appointment based, and you're going to screw a lot of people.
That is the other side of the double-edged sword. On the one hand, I'm the world's greatest juror. On the other hand, I'm self-employed. I have a job where people have scheduled me already, and now I have to call them.
And it's your only income. A lot of people who have jury duty already get paid. If you work at a hospital, if you work at a school.
Some of these nurses have negotiations with their unions where they get paid, even though they work 4/12s, they average out what that day rate is, and their union pays them to be on the jury, or not the jury.
Don't you get paid to be on jury duty?
Yeah, but it's like $72 a day. When I was in LA and I was on that attempted murder case, it was $8 a day, which is a spit in the face, LA County. It's a spit in the face. That doesn't even cover lunch.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
They should catering food for the jurors, don't you think? No, because people want to get out.
That's what I'm saying. If I want to wear a ball cap, like,
are you sequestered?
I'm sorry.
Were you sequestered?
I was not sequestered. But you know what's interesting? When they give you the final jury instructions, they always say like, blah, 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 don't talk to the other jurors. And one thing that they say is, do not go to the crime scene yourself and do your own investigation.
I know that.
And I was like, who's doing that? But then I realized it has to happen.
They did that in the movie. In the movie Jury, what was the movie? Juror 1 or something? They went.
Yeah, no, you go with the jury. If it's
like
part
don't
of
go
the
by
case.
yourself.
They're saying when you go home, don't go drive by because they give you the address where all this happened. But that means enough people have done it that they have to put that in instructions. Anytime you hear a weird rule that seems strange to you, it's had to have happened. Yeah. Like years ago when I lived in LA, I used to go to the LA Fitness on Hollywood and Highland, which is a weird vibe because that's a tourist area. If you're a local going to that LA Fitness, it was like $10 a month, whatever. The one time I went to use the sauna, as I'm walking past the sauna, there's like the standard pool rules for the spa, like the hot tub, the jacuzzi, and it's the standard printed rules. Handwritten at the bottom of the rules said, no shaving allowed in the jacuzzi. And I said, well, clearly this has had to happen more than 3 times to warrant a rule added to it. And then I thought about it, I was like, if that's happening in the jacuzzi, I can only imagine what's happening in the sauna.
I'm surprised it said no intimacy, like no sex.
Well, who knows if that's happening? Clearly, people are shaving themselves in the jacuzzi. God only knows what's happening in the sauna.
I could see some boys doing that.
So long story short,
I bet you
if you
men.
see or hear a rule that seems insane, chances are it's happened more than 3 times to warrant a rule change.
Absolutely. All right, let's get into some news before we call Felicia. I don't have much news because most of my newsletters and subscriptions that I subscribe to with entertainment gossip and news and casting was on vacation this week. But what just got announced today was Tommy Lee Jones' daughter, did you hear about this?
No.
Was found dead in the Fairmont in San Francisco.
Jesus.
Overdose. Right now saying they don't have a cause of death, but like the staff called and her skin color changed. And then now they're going back and she'd been arrested before for substance abuse and cocaine and yada, yada, yada. She was like 34. Super sad.
Super sad.
Super sad. Also, Andy Cohen. I know we like flipped on New Year's Eve, Andy and Anderson, but of course I always like to watch the highlights. And apparently Andy blasted Eric Adams in a very drunk rant. And Adams took to Twitter, X, and said he should go to AA. I thought that was kind of funny. So.
Oh, sounds like Andy's up to his old tricks again.
Well, I kind of like when he drinks I think it's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's pretty beat.
I mean, Anderson's just laughing and Andy's just like going at it. We're calling Felicia.
Calling Felicia? That was some very little news.
I'm 48. Yeah, I have like no news.
Well, I only get my news from you, so no, I got nothing.
Hello.
Hello, Felicia.
Hello, Marni.
And Casey.
Hello, Casey.
Hi, Felicia.
How are you?
Okay.
So you've had you've had the day to prepare.
I prepared nothing. I can't do homework.
Okay.
I didn't do homework.
Felicia, tell everybody how your New Year's Eve in Plainview was.
It was really great. I was not nervous, but I was like, I normally hate New Year's. Even, like.
More than Halloween?
The only time Daddy and I loved New Year's when we used to go to Temple.
I know, you told us this last time.
Oh, okay. God.
So how was it?
Anyway.
Tell me about this.
It was a lot of fun. And
did you dance all night?
Yes.
And was it cash bar?
Oh, no. They probably should do it. What it meant was, like it normally means, is drinks are not included in the price that you pay. So it just goes on our account.
Oh, so you swiped.
It wasn't like a cash. But it's but that's fine. That's
what you were guessing that the staff from Country Point were working. Were they working or was it like a different caterer?
Oh, it was Delicious Moments.
Oh, right. Was the food good?
Yeah, I mean, I never go for the food because, they have to... they have to kind of put it in these containers. It's not like we have a kitchen. So it's just, they
are they sitting on, but are they like being heated? What are those called? Like the fire things under the.
Yeah. But they just.
Casey,
they're just called the fire things.
No, they're called sternos.
Yeah. And they have, two sides because, it was like about 140 people. And.
Did they run out of food?
Oh, yeah. Didn't they run out of food at some event?
Yes, they did at one event, but they did not run out of food. But dessert wasn't served until after midnight, which...
That's silly.
That does
For
not
old
interest
people,
me.
That
that's
does not impress me much.
That don't impress me much.
That's not a good call.
Yeah.
What was the music? What did Heart to Heart play?
Well, it was Heart to Heart. I told you that.
Long Island's own.
Obviously, the DJ was geared for our age group, but I was, and the songs went from one into another, which I'm not used to. And a lot of us stood there and went, wait a second, what song is this? And it took a few minutes to figure it out. But it was, like
DJs,
not old songs, but not new songs. I guess 80s, 90s,
A lot of Black Eyed
We
Peas.
had a lot of fun. It was fun. We had, and we had, photographers and
All right, I'm bored.
stuff.
Felicia, let's get into the real meat of this holiday week. Last time we spoke on Christmas Eve, I basically begged you to watch Heated Rivalry. And be honest,
Yes.
you were kind of resistant. First,
I was.
let's explain the resistance. Tell me why you were resist.
I was like, hockey player, hockey, and it's like, but
She's
you
hockey-phobic.
you gotta watch it. It's like all over the internet. But at the time, I had not seen it quite yet, because as I told you, the minute I start watching something, then everything pops up on TikTok
On the algo.
and Instagram. So that's the algorithm, which, but the first thing, after watching 2 episodes, the first thing I texted you
Oh my God, the music.
was fabulous.
It really was. And
then-
it takes place like in the 2010s. Like it's not present moment. So the music, they're going back, okay?
Yeah,
and they're
yeah, but
picking
I mean,
picking bangers. And
was
not known
really-
bangers, like indie shit that like
Right.
you would have put on when we were in LA. Like
It was
so
the
the
music was fabulous.
And the last we spoke, I think I had 2 episodes left. I didn't realize that last week I hadn't seen episode 5. I thought that was the finale, but episode 6 was The Cottage. This show
Right.
like really blew me away. It wasn't just everyone's like, oh, the gay porn show. No, this wasn't even
Well-
about the sex. I told you there was not even one penis shown.
not a penis, but there were a lot of asses. And
A lot of
it's
thighs.
just very obviously a lot of suggestives, it's
But the
Lot of bangers.
how great were these 2 characters watching these guys like legitimately like fall hard for each other?
I know, but I liked the other 2 characters.
You like Kip and Scott Hunter,
Yes.
which
Yes.
apparently is
Yeah.
so. This is based on a 3-book series, and I think Kip and Scott Hunter, were one of the books, like their whole story. I hope they bring him back.
Yeah, the minute they brought in those other 2
Spoiler.
characters, that's when I started liking it.
Yeah.
I really did not love the first 2 episodes because, the Russian guy, he was like a dick.
Well, that was his character.
Literally.
By the way,
Yes, I understand.
an
that.
American actor who has quite an amazing Russian accent. He
Yeah,
played Russian
absolutely.
really well.
Absolutely.
Really well. I mean, this is it's blown up. They're not allowed to be nominated for any Emmys because it wasn't co-produced by an American production company, just so you know. As opposed to Schitt's Creek, which was co-produced with an American production company.
that's it. Oh, I
'Cause
didn't
similar to
realize.
Schitt's
Okay.
Creek, also production company in Canada, taking place, all of it Canada. And what's funny is Scott Hunter had a role in Schitt's Creek, the actor.
Oh,
Those Canadians,
Okay.
they really get around.
Yeah. I just loved it so much. Obviously, I'm sure they're starting to film the next season. I mean, this show has blown up so much. These guys are about to go big. I think there's something to say about just completely unknown actors where they just
I agree.
go.
Yeah. But
It just goes bonkers.
Are they unknown because they're Canadian actors?
No, I don't think anything that they've done has hit this big, you know?
Well, obviously.
This show's been
they're-
number 1 on HBO Max for weeks now. Weeks.
That's funny.
Do you really
Right.
believe that, Marnie?
Yeah. And now Felicia does believe it.
Let me ask you a
Are
question.
you telling your friends to watch it?
I told Ellen to watch it because, not everybody has HBO Max, obviously.
That's weird.
Ellen
That's weird.
I told her to watch it. I would have told, Karen doesn't have HBO. No. My friends-
What do you mean your friends don't have HBO Max?
No,
They don't have children to give them logins like me and you?
They don't have it.
That's crazy. So they're not watching White Lotus.
I guess not.
Wow, Mom.
I
find this hard to believe.
It is what it is.
Do you want to say that I did come over break and I did hook you up with all the
Yes,
things?
you did. Yes, you did.
I did.
Yes, you did. You gave me back
She
everything
did.
I lost.
Yes. And
Meaning all
yeah,
the-
because she lost power. But I got you
Right,
back.
well-
I got you everything.
Right. But I, zipped through Heated Rivalry. It was very good. And as I said, I did not love the first
I
two,
understand. You
which is
said you
why
didn't love the first two.
music-
The first two were a little
Right.
slow. The music has been great.
The music
if you
really
haven't
kept,
watched,
it was the music, Marni. It was the music that really kept me.
if you haven't watched
And
Heated
then-
Rivalry, like don't go back to your job on Monday without watching it because this will be the water cooler talk. Like it's Stranger Things and Heated Rivalry. Like I feel like every Christmas break there's something, right? So you had a few years ago. It was what's the line? What's the King?
Tiger King.
Tiger King was one year.
That wasn't Christmas. That was COVID.
Making a Murderer was one Christmas break.
That might have been Christmas.
So like you have these big pop culture
Well-
zeitgeist moments, and this is one of
Zeitgeist?
zeitgeist.
Well, they used to be in the
Holy.
movie theater, the big blockbusters for Christmas.
Well, let's discuss blockbusters for Christmas. Did you watch Stranger Things finale?
I did.
Let's go.
Now,
So
Okay.
I had to push through it.
Really?
really?
Yes.
So
yes.
everybody, it was 2 hours. It was episode 8. Casey Lennon took it to the
But
theater.
I had not finished episode
Mom.
like.
What?
Did you not?
No, I
did
went-
you FF? What did you do?
She Felica'd it.
No, I did not. I decided to finish up where I left off. Which
Okay.
was and then I went to the last 2 hour episode because you kept saying to me, you've got to watch the last 2 hours.
So did you see the spoiler? If you haven't seen Stranger
Fast
Things,
forward.
just don't listen to this. But if you're on the internet, I'd be shocked. So I will say I was bummed out when the big moment, Will's big secret is coming out of the closet. And I just
Yeah.
thought that was,
I was
we
like,
don't need an
really?
hour monologue where you're coming out of the closet.
You might have thought I realized it was reflective of the time, and he was scared, shitless.
But they just made it like such a big deal. And I was like, we're also watching Heated Rivalry right now. So this isn't landing well.
It's you know what it is? It was a big deal then.
I know it was.
Years.
But like, you know what Lennon said? Lennon's like, he said in season 3 he didn't like girls. Why are we surprised? And I was like, wow, Lennon. Wow.
Well, he's watched it fresh. I know. Who remembers all that?
Oh
And
my
it's taken
God.
so
It's a
long.
perfectly good storyline. It's just it's a weird place to put it. Like that's
They're
where
saving the world.
you need a cliffhanger for that moment. You need something that's gonna like go, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Instead you're like, yeah, Will's gay. Like that was it. It wasn't like, I don't know. I feel like at that moment you gotta really build that anticipation into the finale, and I was like, this didn't.
So the middle part, this part 2 didn't do it for me so much. Like I wasn't like, oh my God, I love this.
Yeah, me neither.
But
Me
I thought
neither.
the last 2 hours literally delivered like a goddamn 1980s movie. I thought it was the music, Mom. The Prince
Well, the
drops.
music,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
Yeah. I know.
Bangers.
The music- But I don't know.
Thought it was so great. They wrapped it up.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know, can she?
Why did the way they filmed it, or the way I don't know what they used, but their faces still look weird to me.
Well, because
What do you
they're
mean?
old.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's one of the guys. I don't know anybody's name. So forgive
Finn,
me.
Will.
One of the boys that the girls were, like there were 2 guys that were always fighting.
Steve and Dustin.
Yeah. One face looked like he might have been 40. I mean, I know he wasn't, but
I don't know, Mom. I don't know what we're
mid-30s.
saying here.
All right,
She's saying they don't look the same, and it's true. They took
course they
10
don't look the
years
same.
That's
10
the problem is
years.
you're filming children for over 10
But
years
like
and expecting them to only look 3
Nancy
years
and
older.
Steve were the
yeah. They're supposed to
Marni.
be high school seniors
Exactly.
going into whatever, right? Maybe they're
Not all of
maybe they're
them.
like-
Just
No, I
not
realize all of that. Some of them are supposed to be older.
Older,
They're
and-
older
yeah.
siblings. I get that, but some of the faces still looked haggard. That's the word.
That Hollywood
haggard.
lifestyle.
Okay.
seriously,
I'm
they're tired.
Yeah, they're tired.
But what
I'm
about the
sticking-
story, Mom? I mean, I just thought it was
I
great
thought
how
it
they wrapped it up
very well. And I'm
Like,
usually
Yeah,
I
guess,
have
you know
no
what?
qualms about how this ended. I'm content. I'm satisfied.
they ended it well, but it
There was
like,
so much
all right.
action in the first hour, like nonstop action. So I could
Right.
only imagine what it was like in a theater. Casey,
it was amazing in the theater. It felt like being in a movie, and everything was so familiar because we rallied. Lennon and I watched every night. And the whole goal was to be caught up.
Right, up to the point.
Well, we wanted to be caught up for the drop on Christmas, and we did it. We finished the last episode just as they were dropping the last episodes on Christmas, and then we finished those just in time to go see it in the theater. It was like it was very, it was a mission. Now, I will say, I think the reason I liked the finale is because I didn't really give a shit about the show. The show was good. Right. It was fine, but it's not my favorite show ever made. So I feel like if I was so emotionally invested in this over the last 10 years, this was just the end of a binge. But if I had invested a decade into this show.
I did, and I wasn't, I think because it took so long, the emotional investment for me wasn't there so much because it took so fucking long.
Think about if you were like a teenager when this show came out.
I lost interest because it took so goddamn long. And you know how I feel, when they keep going and, so after a while, it's okay enough. You know how I feel like when it goes on and on.
There was also a formula to every season, which was let's splinter them off into groups and have 3 different stories going on, and they all come together at the end. It was like it was definitely formulaic. I'll say, for someone who didn't really care that much about the show emotionally, I got a little emotional when they showed how
the flashbacks
were great.
The graduation. I loved how it,
actually I liked the flashbacks.
Didn't it? What about like the ending where it's all about like how great was that? The storytelling and the D&D and like us hearing that this other idea that maybe Eleven's alive. I mean, she's not alive. She died.
Anything's possible.
No, she's not.
By the way, Linda Hamilton.
Yes.
Did her face really look like that, or
haggard,
or did they make her look like that?
I mean,
she looked like shit.
I mean, makeup, lighting. I mean, how old is she?
Well, she's got
probably
to be
60s.
She's got to be in her 60s.
Why was she famous for?
Terminator.
That's what I thought.
And
Terminator.
She was married to the guy who did Terminator. I forget his name.
Schwarzenegger?
What are you talking about?
Casey,
James Cameron, right?
Yes, she was.
James Cameron did Terminator.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I think she. Look it up.
You need to have a
she was
PA
married
for
to
this.
him I doubt if she's still married to him, but she must have been married to him for a minute and a half while she was doing that. I think she did 2 or 3 Terminators.
Yeah, she was the main.
Yeah, she was married to Cameron. Good one, Felicia.
Hey.
Holy shit. In fact, they have kids. She's a kid with him.
How old is she?
She is 69.
Nice.
Oh.
She's 69. I just think she looks old.
Now, again, I don't know if they made her face look older than it is.
She's 70, Mom.
I understand, but I think she looked worse than me.
I actually, I'm sorry, I don't know if I agree with that.
Wow.
Okay, it's fine.
I don't know. She was moving. She was fit. She looked fine to me.
Well, she was, I said her face. I didn't say her body.
Oh, my God.
So she's a butterface.
I mean, they had to make her face look much worse than it is. They had to.
What else are you watching this week?
Nothing.
Have you seen any movies, or have you gone out with any of your rentas?
Well,
to the theaters.
I told you last week in our theater. We saw F1.
Yeah. Did you tell us this on the Christmas episode, or was this after Christmas? Christmas episode. You spoke about Hedda.
Oh yeah, that was
no. So what did you think of F1?
She hated it.
I hated Hedda.
I know that. We discussed that last week. What did you think of F1?
All right. It's okay. I mean, it was like...
Was Brad Pitt's face fucked up?
Wait a minute.
She's got a real problem with everybody's faces.
Brad Pitt made this movie about an aging F1 racer. I feel like he had to copy George Clooney, who made that movie
Jay
about
Kelly.
an aging... it was like, because they're on par.
I see what you're saying. I mean, what else are these guys going to do now? They're in their what?
Exactly.
They're almost 60, right? They're almost 60.
I'm pretty sure George Clooney's older.
It's like they got to come up with something.
Well, yeah, listen, George Clooney still looks great. Brad Pitt, at least he's not doing all that facial.
I know. I heard he got a facelift. As did Bradley Cooper. I think Bradley Cooper's got a ton of work. Listen, Felicia, Casey has a client, of course. I need you listen to the pod because I watched a bunch of movies this week and I'm going to talk about them. Okay, Felicia.
Okay, so you're going to what are you planning on putting? Well, I guess he's busy, so you'll let me know when he puts this out, right?
Well, you don't subscribe?
Oh my God, our dog. Yes, Mom, of course I'll tell you when it drops. It'll probably drop tomorrow. Who knows? He's recording another podcast and no one's busier than my husband.
Define insanity with Joe and Justin.
He's so busy. Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, Fel. We love you.
Okay, love you. Have fun.
Bye, Felicia. I know
There was no Korean minute.
Oh, shit.
You know.
Do you want me to call her back and ask her for K-Men?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. It'd be funny. You were rushing me. You're looking at me like, we got to go.
Are you calling me back?
We are, Mom. You know, Casey's upset we didn't get a Korean minute.
Oh, don't forget about it. I'm not doing it now.
Did you watch anything Korean?
I have.
Did you hear about this documentary? Lauren, our neighbor, sent me this. There's a documentary out. I think it's called American Utopia. I could be completely wrong about this title. I think I am. It's about somebody that helps people escape from North Korea.
No.
And this doc apparently is crazy. I got to watch it.
What's it on?
I'll find out. So you know nothing about it?
No. North Korea is not very well, they really kind of keep usually that harsh. That.
Beyond Utopia.
Beyond Utopia.
Beyond Utopia, Mom. Beyond Utopia is featuring real escape footage. An eye-opening documentary that follows a family as they attempt to flee North Korea. It's on Hulu.
Oh, it's on Hulu.
And I gotta tell you, during the break, I watched a little of that Korean Culinary Wars show. Holy crap,
Sounds
Mom.
like Marni's Korean minute.
Mom, like every Michelin star Korean chef is on this show, and it names their restaurants.
Right.
I don't think you're gonna have to worry about eating there. They have everything. Like,
well, listen,
French, American, we're gonna eat Michelin restaurants at our hotel. You're gonna eat like a goddamn queen.
I know that the very expensive, high-class restaurants will offer anything. It's the little vendors.
The street fair.
Right. Which they're supposed to be terrific, but probably...
Mom, you're gonna try things. I can't wait. All right. Thanks for the Korean minute. Love you.
Bye. Bye. Love you too. Bye.
That was cute.
That's fine.
All right, so listen, I saw a bunch of movies this week, and I did want to report. I watched with your mom Deliver Me From Nowhere, the Bruce Springsteen biopic. I don't know if it should be called biopic or just like 1 minute pick. Like, it's about a year of his life. We didn't love it. Your mom was very disappointed. Your mom
My mom loves
Bruce.
the boss, yeah.
I feel like she was really like, that's her age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
really like, my mom wasn't a huge boss person. Your mom really, really loved. Look,
one of my favorite childhood memories was dancing with my mom to Dancing in the Dark.
why didn't you tell me that? I would have put it
in the
on.
living room when I was a kid.
Oh my God, it's like Courtney Cox and Bruce. Why didn't you tell me this?
Because you would have made it weird.
I would have played it when we were playing Rummy Cube all week.
Well,
That would have been so fun.
you blew it.
You know, it was nice. Both Jeremys were in it. Jeremy Strong and Jeremy Allen White were both in
Piven?
it. No Piven. It was slow. It was really slow. It all takes place in 81. Like, and your mom was like, but his first album was like 75, and he was
I
more
got
famous
the
before
feeling-
81. You called it. You
I
fucking
got
called
the
it.
feeling that Jeremy was going to be great, but the movie was going to suck.
He was great. He was great. Both Jeremys were great.
That was when I saw the trailer. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this movie's gonna suck," but he's gonna be pretty.
And he's like
good
dating
as
some
Bruce.
neighborhood girl that like never heard about her now. Like she's,
Right.
I want to see him with Patty, right? His wife's Patty, the redhead.
Tramps like us.
Yeah,
baby,
like-
we were born to run.
I just was disappointed. Okay. What wasn't disappointing, and I feel like if I had seen it in the theater, I would have loved it even more because of all the times you have to pause it when your son calls your name, is Marty Supreme. Timothy Chalamet is definitely going to get nominated for this. He was fantastic. It's based on a true story.
Shamalama ping pong.
Easy.
No,
I didn't realize that Marty Supreme.
I'm not editing that out.
No, I didn't realize that his character is like a con man. It kind of reminded me of, remember that movie Leonardo DiCaprio was in where he plays a con man? He's like a pilot and he's like,
Yeah, not
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
Like literally, it was Catch Me If You Can. It was like Timothy Chalamet running through New York, trying to make money to hustle to get to a tournament in Japan and just trying to hustle and make money. And he was really, really good. There was funny parts. There's a lot of cameos from New York actors and New York staples. Fran Drescher plays his mom. Sandra Bernhardt is in
The
it.
nanny.
Yeah, she Pamela Adlon's daughter's in it. Odessa Azion, who's in I Love LA. She plays his childhood friend who gets pregnant. Like, I don't know. This is the movie I recommend. If you can, go to the theater. I think he's going to win this. I think this might be his year. He's been at it.
Do you feel
And he was a producer on it.
I was talking to my buddy Tyler about this.
He saw it.
Do you feel like sometimes these movies that are buzzed about as being they're going to win it all have less to do with it being a great film and more to do with the fact that there's not a lot else that's going to be good enough?
I have a screener up with a gajillion movies on it right now, and there might be other movies on here that I don't really care to see that might be good enough.
I know, but like that's the one buzzed about movie
because the marketing was amazing.
Right, but
Timothée Chalamet?
You're missing my point.
I get it, but Timothée Chalamet puts so much of his time and effort into the marketing, and it's working. I think every year is a goddamn diluted pool.
There's certain years where there's just like a lot of great films, and like maybe this is one of those years where this is like would have been a 6 on other years.
I don't know. I think this was pretty great.
Praise.
Ask your boy who's your guy. You know your guy.
But I'm just saying, like, this was the discussion Tyler and I were having. It's like, is this movie that great? Or
I thought it was pretty great. Okay. I really did. I thought it was pretty great. And I'm telling you, I would have liked it a lot more if I saw it in the theater. Like, I knew it. Oh, but you know what, though? Is it better than One Battle After Another? No.
Okay.
So it's not in this, like, shit pool. You got One Battle After Another.
You have 2 movies.
Which is going to win. Sing Blue is, I don't think it's going to win. I had your mom watch that as well.
Song Blue.
Song,
it's
Sing,
the name
Song,
of,
Song.
of
It's a Neil Diamond song, I know. That movie I thoroughly enjoyed. We watched that again this week. Also, when I went to watch Landman with you, I saw that
with John Hamm.
I saw that Regretting You is on Paramount Plus, the Colleen Hoover film. Colleen Hoover's the one who did It Ends With Us. She's the romantic novelist who had that huge movie with Blake Lively and Jessica Baldoni.
Don't even get me started.
So this other
Gate.
This other movie had no drama around it. It was with Allison Williams and Dave Franco. And Allison Williams' daughter is an actress who was in Handmaid's Tale. Anyway, cute movie. If you have nothing on, this is an easy watch. Was it amazing? No, but like I liked it. I didn't read the book. A lot of people have read the book. I thought the acting was fine. I was into it. It was like a fun movie to just watch in my bed. You know, watching people regretting each other and realizing that they love each other. And then I did something today that you might be mad about.
Did you watch the movie, the one movie I'm interested in seeing?
No, I did not. Because you asked me to please wait to see the Will Arnett movie, Is This Thing On? So I didn't. Yeah. But what I did watch, because it was downloaded on my phone for the plane, but I didn't watch it on the plane, was the Counting Crows documentary. Fine, Casey, we still have the Jeff Buckley doc. We've got a lot to do. And I didn't think you were going to... Honestly, I don't think you have to watch this.
Someone just last night, a client was like, "You got to watch this."
It was great. It was good.
He's like, "Oh,
it was good." But like, when are you going to watch it?
Would I not like it because it's about '90s music? Or
no.
Would I not like it because it's about the Bay Area, near where I grew up?
I don't think it's anything that you're going to be. I think you'd fall asleep, and I think you'd watch it, and you'd be like, "Okay, there's nothing really new that I learned." Like, okay.
He's mentally ill.
He's mentally ill, and he wasn't into drugs. He wasn't into drinking. He had a mental problem before he kind of got famous. It's dissociative disorder.
He worked at the Viper Room.
He did work at the Viper. So this is my issue with it. Not with it, with him. So apparently he was a fucking asshole. They got to fame, just like these kids from Heated Rivalry, really fast. And
without the gay sex.
He didn't do, who knows? He didn't do well with the fame, right? He didn't like the fame, okay?
Yet he dated two of the 3 women from Friends.
I was just...
Courtney Cox.
And Jennifer Aniston. He dated both of them.
He didn't get near Phoebe that we know of.
I cannot believe for a man that hated being famous and whined about it in album 2, which that's why it got bad reviews, is because he was playing the miserable, angry man who Mr. Jones, the storyline of Mr. Jones is becoming famous. Now he got famous, he didn't like it, and then he fucking dates Jennifer Aniston, and then dates Courtney Cox. I wonder what those two were thinking when they were dating the same guy. But at different times. So he worked at the Viper Room because Johnny Depp called him. He also lived in Christina Applegate's guest house for a while, which I thought was wild. But yeah, the Viper Room was an escape for him because he could be there and nobody was like, "Oh, you're famous. Oh, you're the Counting Crows guy." Because everybody was famous there. Fine. That was really it. That was really it.
Well, now I guess I don't need to watch it because
I just think we need to prioritize, and we really want to watch that movie. And we want to watch the Jeff Buckley doc. So yeah, sorry, Kay. I watched it today. I'm sorry. Are you mad at me? We have to finish Landman. Can't even finish that. You're so busy.
I've said this before, but there's a time not that long ago where watching something without your spouse would be
cheating.
Infidelity. Yeah. Imagine if you'd watched Lost without me in 2010.
But this is an hour and a half. Throw it on tonight. Watch it tonight. We should finish Landman first. But I will say this was interesting. He was best friends with Mary Louise Parker, and how they got the name Counting Crows was one of her movies. It was mentioned in the movie. Also, they never got invited to do SNL again because he was such an asshole. They asked him to shorten the songs. They asked him to do Mr. Jones first and then Round Here second. He didn't want to. He was very stuck in his ways. Fine. He knew he was an asshole. So he burned a lot of bridges. Okay. That's my take on that. It's our Bye Felicia segment.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay. I know you want to wrap it up.
Bye, Felicia. What we're watching this week.
Yeah. So I discussed this last week, but the big this week, Casey, I don't have to wait for you, is The Pit. And I'll wait for you for Traitors. Do you want to watch?
Definitely wait for me for Traitors.
Do you want to watch the Persian version of The Valley with MJ?
The Persian version.
I just made that up. With MJ and Shaw. I'll watch it without you. You're going to hate it. You're going to hate it.
It's not my thing.
And then Industry's coming back. I can't wait. Tell Me Lies. Hijack season 2. We could do 2 together. Remember, you liked Hijack season 1?
It was fine, yeah.
Oh, did you? I could do it alone.
I get so excited when I say I'm not interested.
I'm going to be in San Francisco for a week, so I could get through a lot of things.
I just wish I had as much time as you had to watch television.
There's a lot of travel in my life. Do you want to do that? Want to be a traveling barber? Anyway, but you know what I'm going to watch tonight? I got on Screener, just got it today, Housemaid. And that's in the theaters right now. And that's another book I did not read, but that's with Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. So I will watch that. And I don't know when we will be recording again. Okay?
I don't know either.
So what are you watching this week?
Oh, I don't know.
You go based on what I go.
I'm just going to watch the scraps that you...
We got to finish Landman. We got to do the Jeff... I'm not going to do the Jeff Buckley doc without you, and I'm not going to do the Will Arnett movie without you. And you should be really happy because I can't download the Screener app. I can't download those movies, so I can't watch them on the plane. Okay? Okay. We got to prioritize. I think that's okay. Don't be mad at me about Counting Crows. Who told you to watch it?
I had a client yesterday.
Then watch it. Why don't you watch it tonight?
Yeah, watch it while we're
I could sit in another space.
See,
we only have 5 televisions.
If I sit down and watch it while you'd be like, well, we got to watch Landman. What about this? What about that? Like once you've watched it already, I can't, you've already cheated on me.
Oh, God,
you have to earn my trust back.
All right. Casey, have a great weekend. I love you.
Yeah, I guess I'll see you. We'll cross paths in the kitchen at some point.
Maybe I'll see you in the bed.
Yeah, maybe I'll see you for like 10 minutes of Landman before I fall asleep.
We've got like 25 minutes left.
Yeah, that's 2 sittings.
I do think you'd fall asleep in Counting Crows. Like that would have taken us 3 days to get through it, and it was only an hour and a half. I think we'd prioritize Buckley over Counting Crows.
Well, we have to now, yeah, because you've already watched it.
I have a great idea. I'm away for a whole week. Watch it while I'm away.
Right.
Okay? Watch it while I'm away. Why is that such a hard thing to comprehend? That makes sense. I'm going to give you all the things to watch when I'm away. Okay, bye, everybody. Share like love.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.